You do not. Sin lies at the door. That's what I love about Yahuwah and everything that we do. He gives us a chance. Yahuwah, the rock of this, stays at the door. He gives us a chance to get it right. Like he gave Cain a chance. Cain had bitterness in him. Cain had strife in him. Cain had envy against Abel. You know what I'm saying? But y'all's no respect on that. He said, if you do right, you'll be accepted. But he says that your desire shall rule over you. Your desire shall rule over you. Okay, let's go to Numbers. We're talking. Let's go to Numbers chapter 12. I'm going to show you how y'all do it. Y'all y'all nip things in the bud. That's what y'all does. Y'all come to you quick. You want to nip it out of the bud. He want that cancer, that bitterness before it grabs root. He wants it out of you. I'm gonna show you how he wants it out of you. He loved Musa so much he wanted to protect his sister and brother. Let's go to Numbers chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. And Mary and Aaron spake against Musa because of the Ethiopian woman, when he had married. For he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, have y'all indeed spoken only by Musa? As a question. Have he not spoken also by us? And y'all heard it. Now the man of Musa was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And y'all spake suddenly unto Musa, and unto Aaron, and to Mary, come out you three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And y'all came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Mary, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I am Yah, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Musa is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in the dark speeches. And in the similitude of Yah shall he behold. Wherefore then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of Yah was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. Behold, Mary became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Mary, and behold, she was leprous. Leprous is a form of cancer of the skin. That's what bitterness does. Bitterness is cancer. Yah was shown as an example of what they was doing, of their bitterness and envy and strife against Musa, because the African woman, for the Ethiopian woman, because they were envying because of her. Yah put it to a stop. He went to him quick. He said, y'all three come here. Because you already knew Musa wasn't going to say nothing. Because Musa was very meek with one of the fruits I'm talking about. He wasn't going to say nothing against his brother and sister. Talking about, hey, y'all talk to us too? That's envy right there. There was strife generated right there. But y'all nipped it in the bud. He said, y'all three come here. And then after he left right there, Mary had leprosy. They stopped. You already know what the commandments about leprosy is. You got to be shut out for 7 days. The priest, then you go back to the priest so the priest can look at you. Leprosy was a form of cancer. They had to take her out. But like I said, it's like a root of bitterness. Then all there would be defiled. Many of it that would got to it would be defiled. If Aaron and Mary would got to the congregation, that would have spread against Moses. And then both Ethiopian woman. Y'all stop that. Y'all trying to say that was a fruit of bitterness, a fruit of evil. That came from devilish. That was stuff from the earth. That wasn't from Yah. That was from earthly stuff. What Aaron and what Mary was doing was devilish. Straight up. And Yahuwah stopped all that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why she was leprosy. Y'all was showing that as a form of bitterness. Let's go to chapter 16. Same thing. I don't know why these people didn't understand. If y'all made Mary an example, what do you think Korah was doing? I don't even get this. I guess they forgot that quick. Now Korah, the son of Issachar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, chapter 16, verse 1, and Dorthan, and Abiram, the son of Elam, and On, the son of Peleth, son of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Busar with certain of the children of Yisrael, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congress men of renown, and they gathered themselves together against Busar and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yah is among them. Whereas then lift up yourself above the congregation above Yah. Okay, let's start right there. At that time, think about all that time they did all what they was doing to Moses and Aaron. They had strife. They had bitterness. They went against Moses and Aaron. Who made you rule over us? They had renowned men. They hadn't been there for a while. It just didn't happen in one day. So I'm just trying to tell you, see how the root of bitterness, that's why y'all took them out. If y'all would take them out, they would have fired the whole camp. That's why y'all did that. Let's go to Genesis 37. Let me just give you examples. We about done. I'm not long on this. Like I said, Yeshua was our example. You look at Yeshua before he went to the cross. He says, Father, forgive them what they do. They don't know what they do, not what they do. Forgive them. Chapter 37, verse 1 and down. We talk about Joseph. Verse 3. Now, Yisrael loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceful to him. There you go, hated him. And you can't speak peaceful to your brother. If you had a problem speaking peaceful to your brother, you got bitterness in you. You got hatred in you. You got anger in you. You got contention in you. Hatred. Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brother, and they hated him yet the more. And he said unto them, Hear I pray that this dream which I have dreamed. And for behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf rose and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood around about, and made oxen to my sheaf. And his brother said unto him, Shalt you indeed reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. See, they hated him yet the more. They hated him. That is bitterness. That is devilishness. That is from the devil. Verse 9. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told his brother, and said, Behold, I have dreamed more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And he told it to his father, and to his father's brother, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and your mother and your brother indeed come to bow down ourselves to you, to the earth? And his brother envied him. He said envy, because his brother envied him. But his father observed the saying. I love how Israel said. He observed. Even though he didn't like what Joseph said, he observed it. That's what we need to be doing. Don't be envy and hate like his brother. You need to observe that. Okay, yeah, he might say that out of his mouth. I don't like what he said out of his mouth, but I'm going to observe what he done said. That's what Israel did. That's what Jacob did. Jacob didn't say he hated, and that was his own son anyway. But first he rebuked him. Jacob rebuked him, but he observed his saying. You need to observe. When somebody say something to you, you might not like it, just observe it. That means observe means acknowledge it. You say something to me, I don't like it, I'm just going to say, okay, I hear you. You might hear you one ear and not the other, But I heard you. You know how we grew up, we say here, something going out there here, man. Well, you observe it. Observe. Do it like Esau, do it like Israel, like Jacob said. He observed it. He observed what he said. Verse 12, and his brother went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, do not your brothers feed the flock in Shechem, come, and I will send you unto them. And he said to him, here I am. And he said unto him, go, I pray, see whether it be well with them, with your brothers, and well with the flock, and bring me word again. So he went to him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem, and a certain man found him. Behold, he was wandering in the field, and the men asked him, saying, what seek you? And he said, I seek my brother. Tell me, I pray you, whether they feed their flocks. And the man said, they are departed hence, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brother and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. Verse 18. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near against him, before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. They had so much hatred before he even got near them, they conspired to slay him. That was what bitterness does. That what bitterness, one of the root, and the root came out to hatred. The hatred came out to killing him. That's what bitterness does. That is devil. That's not of y'all. Y'all won't have you other killing your own brother. Y'all won't have you killing nobody. Even Yeshua didn't kill nobody. Yeshua said, if I saw, I bring a legion of angels will take care of you. My Father will send a legion down here. So, Yeshua says, my kingdom is not of here, my kingdom is up in heaven. Yeshua says that. That's why we said we are not here. That's why America is not my land. Yes, I was born here. Yes, I support that flag. Yes, I fought for the flag, for the freedom of religion, so I may worship Yah. Yes, I do that. But my home is not here on the earth. My home is up in Shamarim. That's why I'm going to rule and reign with Yeshua for in the millennium. That's what Yeshua said. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. That's why I don't put my hopes and everything on this land. Yes, I do want a house. Yes, I want land. Yeshua said you will have this 100-fold in this life to come. Yes, you will. 100-fold in this house, in this land, and 100-fold in this life to come. You will have persecution also, too, he said these things, Yahushua. Yes. But I ain't going to be living here forever. I'm going to live for 80 years to 90 to 100 years. I got to die. And that's what I said. Y'all already said that a man won't live to 120 years old anyway. Yeah, but I said that's earthly. But my spiritual side of me, I'm going to have a glorified body. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to rule and reign. That is my hope. That was my desire to be with y'all. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. So you're going to fight and complain and everything and be devilish for the bitterness and the evil that you have of the devil for the things up on the earth. This stuff is going to burn. Yeshua says that. The heaven and earth is going to burn. There'll be a new heaven and earth. Right? Continue on reading. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. Almost done. 2 Chronicles. This is one of my favorite passages right here. 2 Chronicles chapter 16. Second Chronicles chapter 16, verse 1 and 5. It says right here, it's wrong. Thank you, God. Excuse me. Let's go to verse 9 through 14, excuse me. For the eyes of Yah runs to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, Therefore, from henceforth thou shalt have war. Then Asa was wroth with the seer, and put him in a prison. Put him in a prison house, for he was in a rage with him because of this thing. And Asa oppressed some of the people the same time. And behold, the acts of Asa, first and last, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Yisrael. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet, until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not Yah, sought not to Yah, but to the physicians. And Asa slept with his fathers, and died in the 41st year of his reign. And they buried him in his own sepulchre, which he had made for himself in the city of David, and laid him in the bed which was filled with sweet odors, and diverse kinds of spices prepared by the apothecary art. And they made a very great burning for him. Asa, the man of Yah came to Asa and told him, why did you go to these people and not go to Yah? So Yah told him some things, but Asa got mad at the man of Yahuwah. He got so mad with rage, he put the man of Yahuwah in prison. And at the time he put the man of Yahuwah in prison, he already persecuted all the other people too of the land too. He was so raged about it right there, Yah put a disease on his feet. He didn't go to Yahuwah for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? He was the man of Yah. He had disease on his feet. He went to physicians, doctors instead of Yahuwah, and he died a great death. That's how much bitterness the king had. All the king had to do was repent. All the king had to do is go before Yahuwah and say, Yahuwah, I'm sorry. That's all the man had to do. He already put the man of Yah in jail. You better take your hands off the man of Yah. Put him in prison. Persecuted the man of Yah. And persecuted the people too because you're angry. What he done said? You say he had rage. He was angry. That's bitterness. That's hateness. Devilish. Look at it there. Then he had a disease in his feet. Didn't want to go to Yah. That's pride. He had pride. He died. You could have been healed, man. Could have been a king for a long time. But you deserved, but you wanted death. You decided to die. Man. Okay. Last verse. 1 John chapter 4:4. First John 4:4. Yeah, we'll read verse 2 all the way down. Hereby know ye the rock of Yah. Every spirit that confess that Yeshua the Messiah is come in the flesh is of Yah. And every rock that confess not that Yeshua the Messiah is come in the flesh is not of Yah. And this is that rock, that spirit of the Antichrist. Wherefore, whereof you have heard that it should come. And even now already it is come. It is in the world. You are Yah, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. And that's one thing. You are of Yah, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. They are the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world hears them. We are of Yah, verse 6. He that knows Yah hears us. He that is not of Yah hears not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth, and the spirit of error. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of Yah. And everyone that is loved is born of Yah, and knoweth Yah. He that loves not knoweth not Yah, for Yah is love. In this was manifest love of Yah towards us, because that Yah sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. Herein is love, Not that we love Yah, but that he loves us and sent his son to be the propitiation for our sins. Beloved, if Yah so loved us, we are also to love one another. No man has seen Yah at any time. If we love one another, Yah dwells in us, and his love is perfect in us. Hereby know we that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his rock. And we have seen and do testify that Abba sent the Son to be the Savior of the world. Whosoever shall confess that Yeshua is the Ben of Yah, Yah dwells in him, and he in Yah. And we have known and believed the love that Yah hath to us. Yah is love, and he that dwells in love dwells in Yah, and Yah in him. Here is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that fear is not made perfect in love. We love him because he first loved us. If a man say, I love Yah, and hate his brother, he is a liar. For he that loves not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love Yah whom he hath not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who loved Yah loved his brother also. Let's read that whole thing about the love of Yah. But verse 4, you are Yah, little children. You are of Yah, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. And that's talking about greater in you. So when you have bitterness, resentment, anger, hatred, greater that's in you should not have all that. If greater that's he that's in you, all that bitterness, hatred, resentment, all that stuff be squashed, blown like the wind, never in you, because he's in you. If he's in you, you got Yeshua in you. And we already know Yeshua didn't have no hatred. Yeshua didn't have no bitterness. Yeshua didn't have no envy. Yeshua didn't have no strife. He didn't have none of that. None. I love that what he says in Matthew chapter 5. Bless the man that when man should revile you and persecute and say all manner of things of you. Blessed is a man. You should be blessed. Why you should be blessed? Because God prepared a place for you as the kingdom of Shamarine, like Yahuwah has. Yeshua was blessed. They reviled him. They said all manner of evil of him. But Yeshua was blessed. Why Yeshua was blessed? Because he had no hatred. He had no envy. He had no bitterness. He had nothing but Yahuwah in him. Yahuwah was in him and he was in Yahuwah. Same thing with us. Yahuwah is in us and we are in Yahuwah. We have the spirit of Yah in us. So there should be no hatred, no bitterness, no envy in us. You know, we should have none of that in us. I don't care what no white man or what they said in the past, what they want to talk about. We know what they did. Okay then. But I have no hatred with you. I ain't got nothing to say about you there. Cause I can't do what's in the past. All I gotta do is change the present and the future. What's in the past, I can't do nothing about it. But Yahuwah can. I leave the past alone. Okay, I thank Yahuwah again for the words today that came out my mouth. I thank Yahuwah to be in his presence again. TV Land, thank you for being in service with us again on Shabbat day. To all my pastors in Burundi and Brother Boy, I will be seeing you soon. About less than 6 weeks, I'm going to Burundi. I'm excited again. Get a chance to see my wife again, Magnifique. Happy to see her too, and the other churches. Keep me in prayer again. I ask you, TV Land, as I go back over there to Burundi. The doors are open for salvation. Anybody hear the sound of a voice, heard something, and then something pricked your heart that you're trying to get it right with Yah, all you got to do is repent before him. If you're trying to have salvation, try to get your sins washed away, get over me. I will baptize you in the name of Yeshua for remission of sins. That is command. If you have any questions about that, please give me a call. Right there to TV Land, to all my pastors over there in India, salutations. And all the pastors in Burundi, and all the TV Land, bless you in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. May y'all bless you and keep you. May y'all make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. May y'all live his countenance upon you, give you peace in Yeshua's name. May y'all make you ride on the high place of earth and feed you with the heritage of cold, with the heritage of Joseph cold, with the heritage of Abraham, for the mouth of y'all spoken, for the mouth of y'all spoken in Yeshua's name. I'm on. Until we speak again. Shalom. Thank you. Minister Richard. Bring communion cups too, please.